Kong's dick is probably what I'm thinking of. Helicopter size.
No.
The size
Like
of
a
a
giant,
small helicopter.
like a giant cheese wheel.
That's weird.
That makes sense. He has a chode?
Yeah, why not?
See, going off of your description, I'm thinking more like Red Rocket, but in giant gorilla form. I don't know.
Maybe.
This is a weird conversation.
Also, what I'm thinking of, like in Breath of the Wild,
He has a chode.
Well, he's big everywhere else. I mean, he's got to lack somewhere.
I'm thinking like in Breath of the Wild when you do the Divine Beast for Zora's Domain, or you get the Zora's armor. Actually, you don't have to do the Divine Beast.
Yeah.
You can
Spoilers.
you can fucking swim up waterfalls. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Like I'm thinking like, what if Kong is just taking a massive piss?
Could
And
you
can
swim
just-
swim up it like the waterfall?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, because the stream kind of it's broken up.
I
watched
don't-
Mythbusters when they did the peeing on the third rail on the electric fence. Like, it's not a solid stream. They did this in slow mo. It's not a solid stream.
Yeah, but Kong is a lot bigger. The pressure behind his gorilla dick would push out the...
But
pee.
gravity
He's
itself
got a
would take
big
over.
bladder.
Gravity itself would
Would.
take over
It's like a
eventually
fire
in laws of
hose.
physics.
It's like a fire hose.
Even
Except
fire
a
hoses
big
break
fire
up,
hose.
dude.
You got me then. I don't really give a fuck.
This was a really super intense conversation that is
That got
entirely
I was
unrelated.
gonna say that got super intense for what we were talking about. We're talking about a fictional giant gorilla's dick.
And what a way to open up.
What about
Good evening,
Godzilla?
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's dive into Godzilla's dick. Actually, does he have a dick?
Let's dock with him.
No, because
Yeah.
isn't Gorilla technically, or Godzilla technically female?
Well,
At least in the one movie, it laid eggs.
Well, yeah, but we don't talk about the movie.
I
Matthew
like
Broderick
that movie. I'm the only person in the world that likes that
movie. Yeah.
I got shit for that when we talked about that in the video.
Is that
before.
like the 1998 Godzilla?
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
reviewed the Godzilla from like 2 years ago, which sucked fucking dick. I got shit for people saying like, "Oh, you like Godzilla '98?" It's like, yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's like when people say McDonald's food is bad. Like, it's not. It's everything about it's designed to be liked. Like, it's not bad at all. Everything about it is like it's the most basic. Like, you're gonna like this. The calories in it, everything. And it's like it was designed to be liked. It was a blockbuster. Well, you know,
That's true.
it's like, what am I supposed to do?
I'll give you
It's-
that. I'll give you that one.
I wasn't asking for
Oh,
your
well.
fucking permission. I'm feisty.
Well,
now.
you're getting it. You're getting all fighty tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm tired. I'm getting sleepy.
It's the weekly
I had to dig in some ass earlier today.
dig.
Yeah.
Now, are we talking like
Context.
Like
At work, I had to get in some people's asses. They weren't doing shit.
Ah,
okay.
I had to dig deep in some ass.
See, I thought you were talking about like
I
an
dug
actual.
so deep in an ass, they thought I was hitting it from the front.
Did you
You
put,
put that
it
at.
to sleep?
Damn it! Damn it!
Beat you to it. I thought maybe like because you work in like a kitchen, like you were talking about like actual like beef, like meat carcasses, and you were
No.
cutting like.
That's
cutting
not.
it.
Fuck.
That's a butchery. That's
I'm
a butchery.
fucking
Why would-
necro
Ne-
fucker,
What the
whatever
hell
you
is
call
that?
it.
That's
Like,
like you see, they don't have like they don't butcher the fucking
You
fucking
never
thing.
know. Some
Necrophilia.
places-
No.
I'm not even
No.
talking about necrophilia.
Yeah, you are. You're talking about me fisting cow ass or something. Dead cow ass.
All right.
I don't
Hey,
know.
each his own,
This
I
went
guess.
off rails.
Yeah.
Did we
Yeah,
even
we're
start
on
on
rails.
that?
we
I was gonna
technically
say-
have not.
There wasn't rails.
There were no rails to begin
Your
with
knee
yet.
looks like a boob.
Anyway,
Sure,
it's the
whatever.
weekly breakdown.
Yeah,
That's a
it's the
hairy
weekly
boob.
breakdown. 125.
Well, fascinating start.
Where
We broke.
we broke
Well,
Sam.
Sam broke
A
himself.
hairy boob.
Talking about my knee, which looks like a hairy boob, apparently.
Harry Booba.
we are going to be talking about our favorite stuff so far this year. You know, we're over halfway through the year somehow.
It's
You know,
one of
keep
Keith's
on
favorite
going.
things this year.
Wait, what?
What he
Yeah,
just did.
yeah.
The Nemo.
Final Fantasy?
Yeah, that was last year.
Or, Kingdom Hearts that came out this year.
It's pretty alright.
Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 3.
Let's talk about video games.
They
What's
came
the
out.
best video games?
Kingdom Hearts 3?
Not out yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would.
That came out this year, didn't
I would.
it?
Game's never coming
It's
out.
never gonna come out.
It's Star Fox 2, basically.
But that one is coming.
It'll come out when they release like the PS4 Mini. I don't know.
I'd say no, because that's a remake or whatever. So it's a remix.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they call it. But
It's going to be weird, though, just aside, speaking of Star Fox 2, that outlets are probably going to review Star Fox 2. And it could have never released.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's going to be weird. That a game that was made in, like, what, the 90s?
yeah,
It's crazy. Anyway.
that's really that's. I mean, that is an interesting thing, but because like what Super Nintendo Classic. I mean, everybody knew it was going to happen. Now they're going to do the N64 Classic.
which I got into a discussion at work the other day with someone who was bashing what Nintendo did with the Nintendo Classic and what they're probably going to do with the Super Nintendo Classic, which was have that limited run and then nope, we're not making any more. It's like they wanted it to be limited. Yes, I know they could have been printing money with them, but
I think it was smart for them to discontinue it because I mean, especially when you have the Switch coming out
yeah,
eventually, it's like because some people are just going to buy their old games, which is I mean, you could argue that's what
Virtual
Nintendo does
console.
best anyway,
Yeah.
but you know that's. Some people might be tempted to not buy a Switch because I got like 20 games on this thing.
Yeah, that'd be so bad for local video game stores selling old games to make some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Nintendo,
Yeah.
when people just want to buy the same games from them over and over again.
Yeah, it'd be terrible for profits.
Yeah.
I don't think
I just
Nintendo-
wish they would actually start putting, like, a virtual console
On the
thing
Switch.
out. Someone brought up a great point that, like, all 21 of those games on the SNES Classic, like, if I could buy them all for, like, $60 and have them all on the Switch, sure.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that. You know, it's pretty cool. Have them all there. Why not?
What if they actually like on the virtual console? So kind of bring it back. What if like even though it's available on the Super Nintendo, what if virtual console came to the Switch? What if like Star Fox 2 was on that?
That'd be awesome. I would hope so.
I feel like if they're putting it out now, they should just open the floodgates and not just be like it's only available on the SNES Classic.
Yeah. Like, I hope
They
that...
could. Nintendo's getting brave now that they actually have something that's a success.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this earlier about how brilliant it was to hold off putting out Zelda period until the Switch, because you have it helped both immensely because I mean Zelda never sells well, so you have a new console coming out and some people are like I just want to get the new console. I guess I'll get Zelda. And then you have Zelda fans who will get the console. And then, I mean, it coming out on the Wii U also helps because then people who don't want to do either, they can still get their hands on it. I'm like, that is fucking brilliant.
But also, when you have a higher attach rate than you have consoles actually out in the market, like you've done something pretty decent in terms of like the sales that Zelda had.
Also, all the high talk that Zelda gets.
Yeah,
It like helps a lot with that too.
Zelda's my favorite game of the year so far.
Same.
I think it might be mine. Yeah,
It's an
It's hard to-
unbelievable video game to me, and it's a game that, and like the Switch too. Like you look at the Switch and you go, yeah, it's just doesn't have as many games on it, and I can play them when I go. Big whoop. You look at Zelda, oh, it's another Zelda game from Nintendo. Who gives a shit?
but it's not.
But they have changed so much about Zelda, and once you play it, and once you play the Switch, especially when you're sitting on a fucking couch and you have that in your hands,
or when you're pooping. I've done that a couple of times.
like it just clicks and you go, fuck. But Zelda, like, they completely changed what it means to be a Legend of Zelda game to me.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
like, they took almost everything that I thought was fucking annoying about past Zelda games and threw it out the fucking door. And it's like a totally different thing now. And the more I play that game, the more that world that I see, the more I just constantly get blown away. The more I just keep thinking, like, this is the greatest open world game I've ever fucking played. And I want every open world game to be like this. Pretty much. In that it's all about you. Everything is about you. Your choices. The way you progress through the world. The way you solve things. You know? Everything is about you. It's not, here's all this fucking shit on a map, go clear it out. You know, it's like, that looks cool.
Go
I'm
fill
gonna
in
go
that.
there.
It's like you set your own objectives. Like,
Yeah.
like I did this thing where it's like I beat one divine beast, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna open up the map, and so I have
That's
the entire
pretty much
map
what I'm
opened
doing
up.
now, yeah.
I have all that, and then it's like
I haven't opened up the entire map.
I have the entire map
But, I
opened
mean,
up. I guess that's what I spent doing after I beat one divine beast.
There are
I'm
some
like,
areas where it's like, I'm not going to survive if I go here yet.
I generally just because I very quickly I got a lot of pretty alright weapons. Like I have 2 like claymores that are like level 52. And I'm like, I'm not going to use these. Otherwise, I don't want to use these too much.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times I'll end up sneaking around, and like if I can get to wherever I'm trying to go without fighting, I'll go for that. Just because I want to get better shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you get you get all kinds of shit. And like right now, I'm literally just trying to. Actually, I think I'm at the point now where if I beat all the other divine beasts, I can go and get like the master sword and shit like that. So it's a game I can definitely see myself coming back to, because I definitely at least want to do one more playthrough where I don't do any of the divine the divine beasts and have to do the boss rush at the end.
Seems very...
Do the
Basically, if you don't, for every divine beast that you don't fight, they show up right before you fight Ganon at the end.
And you have to fight them.
Yep, in a row before you fight Ganon. Plus, I heard this thing that if you go through and you do all the story stuff, which is it's a little bit bullshit, but I can understand it's a reward for doing everything in the game. You do everything. Ganon in the first phase of the fight starts with half health.
I think so.
Like he just loses half his health. Whereas if you don't do that stuff, he still has full health.
Wow.
So it's just like I want to try it. I'm not going to do the whole I'm going to go in with 3 hearts thing. I'm not good enough to do that. But
First off, the people that have gone in and done that with 3 hearts, I don't know how you did it, because I'm pretty sure all your shit probably broke.
I told Tyler earlier, there's a dude who went through the entirety of the game without climbing. He did. It's possible. He did not do the climbing animation, like where the thing. He did not do that once.
So how to get up into any of the towers?
He did. He did one, and he did it by abusing campfires, and they create an updraft that you can go up. But he didn't. He's like, I don't need to. He's like, I've played this game enough. I know where things are.
Oh, okay.
And then also, the only part that he had a difficulty to was getting out of the first cave. Like as soon as you spawn in, you have to climb up a wall to get out.
Yeah.
But he managed to figure out how to not do that. He put a box up next to it and then hopped on top of the box and hopped on up. Like apparently it took him like 3 hours to figure out how to do it and to get that. And then he beat the game with 3 hearts and did that. I'm like, Christ alive. But the fact that you can do that you can kind of do these options in this game and just kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
There's a few times where I felt like, I don't think that was the way to solve this, but okay.
Yeah, but it worked. Fuck it. Yeah, I've had that happen too. The world is just magical to me. Like there's so many moments where I'm just like in a certain area and I'm like, I can't believe this is real and this is just this much of this world. And if I go over here, it's something else that's just equally as beautiful.
Like,
you know?
yeah, I just went to
It's crazy.
the lake yesterday, or the other day, like where Elden Bridge is, the big ass.
Yeah.
Saw that big ass fucking dragon thing. I was like, I'm gonna wait here for now instead of trying to cross this bridge, because you look like something I don't want to fuck with at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the game just, there were so many times where I've just stopped moving and panned the camera around.
Yeah.
I actually took a selfie with the fucking camera.
Yeah. It's just so satisfying when you finally win a really tough battle. You know, that stuff's satisfying. Or when something just finally clicks with you and you're like, oh my god. It's like,
I got
it's
it.
crazy. It's fantastic. Like, I could maybe see like a 2D Zelda, like top down, happening again.
Well, they built this entire game in 2D first.
Did they?
Yeah, that's how they like ironed out a lot of like the mechanics and the functions of things. So, like they built the entire world in 2D.
Yeah. I just don't know how you do a 3D Zelda after this.
I feel like though if they do a 2D Zelda game, they kind of have to find a way to maybe change it up. And I thought it could be something as simple as taking more of like a Diablo camera angle, maybe to change it up to actually still technically be a 3D game, but on a 2D plane,
like 2.5D.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like again, like Diablo.
Yeah, which could be a very interesting way to do it. Actually, I think. Just
because I feel like you kind of have to change things up like that. Even though 2D Zelda is great and 2D Zelda is a set thing, and in some ways you can maybe make the argument that 2D Zelda is better and more consistent than 3D Zelda has been with some games, but
yeah. In also like if you played A Link Between Worlds, you see how that game completely cracked open the formula for this game. Mm-hmm. Because that game, they're just like, yeah, you can do anything in whatever order you want. And that's
it's
what
all about
here.
The items you had. And this game gives you everything you need.
It's in the first hour.
Yeah.
Pretty much before, like, the tutorial is you getting all the things you need, and then you go.
Yeah.
Which I thought was brilliant. I had a thought, and I was kind of disappointed that like certain like major Zelda items did not make an appearance.
And I think the one thing you can bring back is those items, and also just a little bit more of those big dungeons.
Yeah,
like still have an open world like this.
I'd say still have shrines. I like the idea of shrines, but it's just.
Yeah.
You can maybe think the Divine Beasts are dungeon-esque.
I mean, the Divine Beasts are dungeon-esque, but they also felt smaller.
Yeah. Just kind of like have something, because like
I think it was a brilliant change and a breath of fresh air, but yeah.
I like the fact that when you do side stuff in the story, it has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one thing that kind of gets to me sometimes with RPGs and kind of makes me slow down with RPGs is that like. You're doing side stuff, and it's like you're doing it for the reason you're doing it is you get XP and stuff like that. But you're doing it for the story, and then I'm just like, I don't want to, like.
But there's a few.
Whereas like in this game, it's like no, you're getting a reward. You do shrines because that's how you get your hearts up and your stamina up. Mm-hmm. You do the shrine quests so you can get new shrines. You do the side quests because you'll get. Some either like a weapon or money, and it's like there's always some kind of reward.
Or some of them like just seem like genuine. You have a genuine interest in doing them, like the lake, the heart shaped lake. I don't know if you found it yet.
Yeah,
I forget where it's at, but I should have marked it because I think there is a quest involved with that. And then because I found this wandering like. Old guy, he had the little quest indicator thing. So I went up to talk to him. He's looking for 2 people so he can marry them before he passes away of old age. So I have a feeling that's related to that quest and how everything kind of, to use a really shitty pun, links up in this game is very well done.
Yeah.
Almost like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time-ish.
Yeah.
I was disappointed no claw shot though. I missed the claw shot.
Mm-hmm.
Would have made climbing so much easier though.
You get Revali's Gale from the bird Divine Beast.
Oh, okay.
You creates an updraft. You can shoot up super high.
How many times a day can you use that though?
It's not times a day. You use it 3 times and it has to recharge
a
little bit, and it takes like 10 minutes, like 10 real life minutes to recharge, and then you can do it 3 more times.
The other one I've got is the Zora one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. About to do the Goron one, but it was Sam, what's your favorite game so far?
I don't think I have one.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Honestly, having played through that game twice, it's the thing that really gets me about it is not the facial animations. And the story's not great, but parts of it are still good enough, and the loyalty missions I think are highlights of the game, and there are certain parts of the game I think where it's definitely a roller coaster, But what really kills that game for me, and I mean kills it, to the point where you can't bring it back, is that it went full open world. We're going to give you 1,000 things to do, like, you know, every place that you go, Kadara, go out and do this side mission, that side mission. And I know it's kind of the thing of open world games like that, but it takes away from the story, but so much more than any other game, because the story isn't strong enough to like hold up while you're doing all this other stuff. Which is, the first time I played through, I tried to do a lot of stuff in the game, and that really tore the game down for me. And the second time around, I just said fuck it, and I stuck with mostly story stuff, loyalty missions. After the updates and some of the patches, I felt that the game was so much more cohesive. It didn't save the game, I don't think, but it made it so much of a more enjoyable play. But the thing that did kind of suck with that is that I wasn't at a really great level all the time. Like, the first time I played through, I was at such a great level that the game did feel easy, so it kind of made it a little bit more challenging, and I really just got, you know, everything injected straight into the veins, and it was so much, it just felt like I was constantly on a roll of hitting, like, okay, this is important, this is important, this is important, and it wasn't like, fine, scan this many objects or whatever. Like, that's where I feel like the game really died for me, and it sucks that was the first impression with the first playthrough, and that really kind of ruined its chances for me. Not that it really has strong chances now, but Ghost Recon Wildlands is something I've been playing a lot this year. That game's not great either, but it is very fun. I'm having a lot of fun with that game still. I know for some people it's kind of like you don't really do anything. The story is generic, it's not that great, but the gameplay I think is really strong. Just playing it maybe a couple hours each night, like getting through, like you have regions and you go through so many missions to kind of like tear down the boss of that region, then you do the like main mission of that region where you capture the boss or kill the boss or whatever. I mean, I can do like maybe one region per night, or not even one region per night, or I just kind of go around and do some random shit, and it is kind of fun. It does take me back to like SOCOM and stuff like that, and having fun with those kinds of games. It's just a different world we live in for video games now, where I think if a game like SOCOM came out now and was like open world and tried to do those things, it would be like, like it would get a bad reputation. But I think Ghost Recon Wildlands is a strong game. Horizon Zero Dawn, I wouldn't say, I still don't think it's a great game. It does some things very well. It's, to me, I think, the best combat I've ever experienced in a game. Like, I love the combat, I love the fluidity of everything, I'm really weird with games. Like, small things can really not ruin a game, but like stick with me, and I can't help but notice it, and it's something that just takes away from my overall impression of the game when it really shouldn't. But one thing I love about Horizon Zero Dawn is like the animations and everything. Mm-hmm. Like Aloy running, I think is so awesome. Yeah. Where in a game, and I know it sounds petty and just like that's the least important thing in the world, but like just on kind of feeling like in The Witcher 3, Geralt just feels too light to me sometimes. Like, like I still can play it, and I still really enjoy that game, and it's still a really great game. But just something as small as that's like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect for me, so it's something that I notice. It's like just a small thing that's just a slight bit off. But I like how Aloy feels. Just the weight of the character, combat situations are great. The world looks great. Yeah. I think the physics, the engine like Guerrilla has right now is really good. I think the story with that game is really good, but the characters are not fully fleshed out at all.
The only cool character is Aloy.
Even then, I kind of had some issues with Aloy. It's more like she was very goal oriented, and that was her personality in a way. Like she didn't have a personality like get to know her, what she likes doing. It's more of like I'm committed to this, and it was cool to really define her as a character. But in a way, it never felt like I really got to know her as a character. Did she have a sense of humor? Does she, she have a temper or things like that where it really felt like she was the same plateau of a character throughout the game.
I could see that.
I would have liked a bit more personality, flair here and there to kind of get to know a character. But outside of her, all the other characters were
kind of forgettable.
One thing about that
bad.
game, I mean, I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of the year too. But like, the economy is so fucking broken in that game, and I never felt like getting new skills or weapons like I was truly getting better.
Yeah.
The only thing that made me feel like I was getting better is I was getting more health.
Yeah,
And
some
that's
of the
it.
skills were
Yeah,
okay.
because like
But
They're fucking lame.
Like,
weapons were so... There were like 5 weapons in the game.
They were kind
And
of
you could get like a slightly better version.
I did-
And the armor was like... There are 5 outfits. You get slightly better.
I got
maybe it's just where I'm at in the game
Yeah.
because I'm currently still playing through it. I just have problems. I have an overabundance of metal shards, but then it's like having the
cracked
extra.
arrows.
Oh, I
That's
do.
all you're going to use.
But I don't have any of the extra stuff. Of like usually you have to give something else to get like better weapons, and I feel like I'm kind of at a point where it's like I'm hitting like a plateau where it's like yes, I'm a higher level, but I need better equipment to kind of start taking on some stuff because I have the first upgrade. Was it blue? Whatever the color is. I have like the first level of all the weapons, but then it's like you have to fight these stronger enemies to get the better stuff. But it's like you kind of need the better weapons in order to take on some of these enemies at least a little bit. It's more of a fight, and it's like that's just gonna.
The only thing you need in that game is fire arrows. Fire arrows will fucking destroy anything.
Yeah, I just mean like I just want like a better bow. That way, it's like then they do more damage.
Yeah.
It's like
The thing that I did really enjoy about that game, when it came to stuff like that, is that I enjoyed more of like getting into a battle, and it took a lot longer, and it did take more damage to take something down, but I enjoyed the strategy of it.
Yeah.
Like I liked how hard the game became at a certain point, and then it got easier.
it's the fact
You
that
hit this point of like it gets really hard at some point, and I really enjoyed that. And then it kind of went downhill, and I felt like everything was getting too easy.
I enjoyed like some of the fights are like difficult. When like I did this was a while ago when I did the first cauldron, and you get into that fight, I really liked that. I'm like, oh, this is actually like I have to think about this a little bit. But like I'm at a point where it's like I was just trying to go somewhere, and I ran into like 3
Corrupted
snap
Zone?
malls. No, like 3 snap malls all at the same time, and then they're all coming at me, and I'm trying to deal with it, and it's like I'm like, if I could just somehow if I could just do a little take one of them out a little bit quicker, this would be a bit more fair.
That's where I love the game, because you get into those moments of like you lay down traps, and you really have to run around and kite them around and use the slingshot. And you really have to bring out like everything in your arsenal. Well, I guess that's one thing that may not be for everyone.
Yeah, but it's just that like, and then I find that like I'm not. Again, like I
You
have
get
all the stuff,
good.
but then I'm using all the stuff, and it's like
You need to get
Nothing's
good.
happening.
You suck. You need skills.
I love that type
Mad
of stuff
skills.
too. I love how hard, but then how just fucking snap judgments you need with that. Of like being just super fucking quick, super quick with like very precision shots like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that type of shit, just super fucking intense. I love it.
Like there are a
that's so
few
good in that
games, like not even a handful of games that I would just say like that I've ever been like really good at. Like I'm not really good at most games, but there've been those like rare occasions of like The Last of Us Online or Star Wars Battlefront and like Horizon Zero Dawn that I just really feel like I don't know somehow fits what they're all different games, but like it just somehow I get attached to them and I'm just like instantly really good. But those are the kind of games I enjoy. But there are a lot of games I'm not that good at. Like Call of Duty is a game that everyone plays, and is good at.
It's okay.
I'm not good at
I'm
Call
not
of
good
Duty.
I'm not good at Call of Duty.
I think also maybe then to come with this with the thing, which is me making excuses for myself. Oh well, is that I put the game down for a while and then I'm coming back and it's like, oh, and I'm trying to take on the stuff and then it's like, oh, and then still like again with Zelda coming out and that being my life, it's like not being able to commit or not committing like a long period of time to be like, okay, how do I do this again?
Yeah.
But I mean I'm gonna try to like do more stuff and get better
The
stuff.
story
and
gets really good when you get pretty deep into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've been playing The Witcher 3. That didn't come out this year. I've been playing The Witcher 3. I've been playing the first Mass Effect. I've been playing Overwatch. I've been playing all old games, really. I started playing again Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. And I basically have nearly everything in that game. There's just
that was a fun game.
There are certain things that you can't actually get, or some things that are really fucking hard to get, and it's just mindless. But like getting a Blue Eyes White Dragon is like the most mindless fucking thing in that game.
Yeah.
Because you can't win it as a card in the roulette at the end. You have to face some bitch boy, no good at the fucking game, bitch ass like Joey. And you have to beat him like as soon as possible. Like take out your best deck and beat him when he plays one card, and then you have to line up that card in the roulette. And if you get like one off, it's like okay, I have to face him again. So you face him again, and if you line all of his cards up, you could not get Blue Eyes. Like the chances of getting a Blue Eyes White Dragon are really low, even if you do get the roulette lined up. So just over and over and over. I think I'm like. I checked last night. I was like 151-0 against just him of just playing 151 fucking times, like just over and over and over and over. And I have 2 now. I need 1 more before I get a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And at that point, what the fuck is the point of the game?
You should look into the if you're interested in that one, the thing they put out on PS4.
I looked at I didn't really. I like the animations of actually having the avatars for the cards in the game, and I like the board of Duelist of the Roses.
Yeah.
The traditional Yu-Gi-Oh board. It didn't really interest me, but I did look up some gameplay of it. It's not.
I mean, it gives you pretty much everything, though.
Yeah.
Like it's got, I think, the fights from Duelist of the Roses. It's got the stuff from the show. It's got from I don't know. Who's next?
I was just gonna say. I mean, those are the big games for me. Another one though that stands out to me this year is Resident Evil 7.
I was gonna say that's probably my second favorite game that came out this
Resident
year.
Evil 7 is fucking.
Because I've only technically played 4 new games this year, if you count the Kingdom Hearts games as being new. I've been playing Horizon.
I haven't played much new either. Well,
I feel like in general there's just less. Like it just seems, or definitely less new stuff that like interests me. Like the only game that like I didn't grab that really interests me is another remake, which is the Crash stuff that came out a week ago.
I was gonna ask if you had bought the Bandicoot yet.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just,
I mean, there's other smaller games I played this year that I think are fantastic. Snipper Clips is fucking amazing.
Alright, I forgot about that.
That's a really fun game. Probably
I
one
almost
of my
bought that the other day.
favorite games of the year. Next Machina is another small game that is just fucking so good.
Keep on rolling, Housemarque.
So fucking good. And then Graceful Explosion Machine on the Switch is another one that's a lot of fun too. So there's a lot of other smaller little games that I'm hoping to play still this year.
I played Skyforge. What am I right home about?
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing. I haven't really played any really too many new games this year. I mean, I played Horizon. I played Zelda.
For Honor.
I
played that a little bit. I'm enjoying the story more than I am online. In all honesty.
Online takes some getting. I actually haven't really been playing against people online recently because I just picked it up and started playing it again the other day. I have trying out the Centurion and the Shinobi.
I like the game. It's just that I don't know.
It's a very niche
I just
game.
feel I just feel like there's just other games that I want to play that I feel
Yeah.
like it's because the game's fun, but then it's like, and the combat's really cool, but then it's like that's the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like
I mean,
Whereas,
they need some more modes. They need some new maps. But playing like the 4v4s or the Dominions or just the straight up 4v4 brawl type and things like that can be interesting, can be fun, especially if you're playing with some friends and things like that, where it's like you can actually get into some sort of strategy. Like, okay, I'm gonna play as the shinobi, who is both a very close up and a very long distance kind of guy because of the weapons it has. It's not really a heavy damage, but it's speed and it's a disabler. And one of my friends might play as a lawbringer who's just a fucking full plate armor with a big ass axe kind of guy. You know, he's the guy that can take damage and do a lot. Good lord, I think the lawbringer might be the most broken class in that game. But, yeah. And then Zelda, of course. I really can't stop singing the praises of Zelda, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know, will we count Mario Kart as a new game?
Nah, not really. I mean, it's
there's some new
it's
stuff.
what's on the
Yeah.
Wii U, but yeah, there's some new stuff.
There's some new stuff, but, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, for me, because I haven't played, Resident Evil or anything like that, of the other new stuff, I'd say Zelda is, like, up here in terms of my favorite games this year. Horizon's kind of, like... It's in second, but I really wouldn't call it a close second right now. But...
There's a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff coming out the rest of the year too.
I'm playing a lot
Hellblade's
of
coming
good...
out next month.
Was
I
it,
think
what game?
literally a month from now.
What game?
Hellblade.
Yeah, it's about August 8th, I think. That game
Yeah.
looks cool.
There's some other cool
So
indies
far.
that came out this year. I played a little bit of Dungeon Defenders, too.
Uncharted's next month too,
Yeah.
so I'm excited for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What movies?
I mean,
What are the best movies.
the best movie
Number
is
one
Logan.
movie this year.
I mean, the best movie is Logan.
Kong.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, yeah, Logan's probably my top.
Kong. No. Kong. Number one is Kong.
Number one is Kong.
'Cause he
Your
is the
number
king.
one's Kong.
My number one's
My
Kong.
number one's
Gotcha.
Kong. Everyone's number one's Kong.
I'd probably go Logan, Wonder Woman, and then
You
honestly,
think it's a bird, but it's a fucking ant.
I forgot about that. And then probably 3 and 4 would be interchangeable, but then probably like Spider-Man, and then again I still really like Beauty and the Beast, and then I'd probably put Kong at 5, or Lego Batman, either Kong or Lego Batman at 5.
Lego Batman, I feel like, is a stronger 5 than Kong.
But
That's good.
Lego Batman is good. I think this year has been an abnormally strong year for movies.
Yeah.
Like, I personally haven't seen any. Okay, no, that's a lie. We saw King Arthur. I was gonna say I haven't seen anything that's a dud yet. But even though there has been duds, but I haven't seen.
Guardians. We forgot about Guardians.
It wasn't a dud.
No, but I mean,
It
I'm
was a
just
good one.
talking
Yeah.
like movie, like good movies that.
And like, or like things like that. Like I saw Power Rangers, and Power Rangers was
You
what I
seen
expected it to be.
Transformers?
No, I'm probably gonna.
You
I'll
seen
wait.
Was Pirates good?
It was okay.
Oh.
It was. I mean, it was as good to be as expected. I
Mhm.
thought. I genuinely liked Fate of the Furious. I did. That movie, it's a dumb, fun movie.
I still want to see that one.
You're part of the problem, Keith. You are part of the problem.
That's a lot.
That's okay. I don't care. I'll be
Is it
part
a
of the problem.
It
Is it
is.
a problem?
Isn't Problem in the movie? Isn't that some like rapper dude that I probably wouldn't
I
be
don't
surprised
think
is
so.
in this movie?
Well,
Ludacris is in it.
he's been in like everyone, and then Ludacris is also in the movie series as well. Like Ludacris, not whatever character he plays.
Wait,
Him is
what?
Ludacris. Ludacris is in like, yeah, I forget which one. I think he's in the third one. I think Ludacris is in the third one, and then his character's in the other ones. It's
Oh
For
my God.
Ride
They just
On
need to
3.
stop.
oh fuck.
They just need to
They
stop.
I
need
don't
to
know if that's a thing. but
Transformers,
it's gonna
Fast
be.
and Furious, done. There's your next blockbuster 2 years from
Oh
now.
my god.
When the robots
Michael
just
Bay
crush
gets
all the
hands on
cars.
But what?
When the robots just crush all the cars.
But they can
Sorry,
drive.
Transformers. They're
but,
not robots.
they can drive the robots.
Why?
I don't know. That just makes sense to me. I don't understand how that hasn't happened yet. I don't know.
I thought it probably
Can't the
has in the
Transformers
cartoon.
just drive themselves?
Yeah.
Then why do you need Vin Diesel sweating up your fucking ride with his bald head?
Cause that franchise is still alive. That's
Danny
why.
Forsythe.
That's
For
why you
some
put.
reason that franchise is still alive.
That's why you put Vin Diesel in a Transformers movie, because his franchise is still, still makes money. But
You know what else still makes money?
What?
I don't know. I don't have anything to say.
have I seen any other movies this year? I don't know if I
The
have.
pharmaceutical industry.
The pharmaceutical. Yeah. I don't think I've seen any movies this year. I saw half of Split,
Eh.
and then that's like it. And that's
Which half?
the first half.
Why don't you
good
see the
half.
second half?
When I see the
Is it
second
kind
half,
of like a Full Metal Jacket sort of thing?
no.
Or
Well,
Did you split your time?
the first half's the best
I
part.
I
then the
was
second
splitting
half
my
really
time.
doesn't
I was
matter.
working.
Split the movie in half?
I was working on a project while I was watching the movie, but then we were watching it on like a pirated website because that was
Did
somebody
you get
found
to
it.
the point where you turned into like the animal guy?
Beast.
Kind of, yeah. It was literally like an hour or so into the movie, and then it just wouldn't load anymore.
Mm.
So we're like, oh,
Load frog.
load frog.
Yeah, I've seen movies.
You seen movies? Oh,
I have. Not that many.
Logan's probably my top movie so far.
no, yeah. It's gonna be hard to beat Logan.
Yeah, Logan's.
What about
Logan's far
Dunkirk?
away. Maybe.
In all honesty, though, I could see Dunkirk being a great movie that you watch once.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like some of it, Christopher Nolan's earlier stuff is like that. Like I'm not
Yeah.
talking like Interstellar or Batman or why Inception. That's like why am I not? But like some of his earlier ones, it's like
Bang
it's
Gang?
these great movies that you just you watch once and it's like
Inception, I feel like you need to watch twice because it's such a mind fuck the first time. Then the second time you'll be like, oh, that makes sense now.
yeah,
I still have
Yeah.
not seen Inception.
Yes,
it's a good movie.
Twice. It is really good. I like it.
There's the one movie what's it called Memento.
Memento.
It's backwards.
Mm.
Like that's a movie you watch once and it's like.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Like it's just like that. That's the thing with like Christopher, and also Christopher Nolan stepping out of sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like generally, he's okay.
Yeah.
I've heard some people make the argument that the Batman movies, for the most part, with the exception of The Dark Knight, are okay. Which, with the exception of The Dark Knight, I'd probably agree with that statement.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight's phenomenal. Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Okay.
Batman Begins was all right. It was
Origin
acceptable.
story.
It was acceptable. I don't know how I
Okay.
feel about Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
I like that Spider-Man didn't have like an origin story in
Yeah.
this movie.
Yeah, it was good.
He didn't really have an origin Civil War
There's still-
either.
also, I felt like it was
No.
just even though we already did this, I felt it was
It was
weird
just already
that
Spider-Man.
they didn't bring up Uncle Ben at all.
No.
Like I thought that maybe
He's dead.
he would at least warrant a mention. Like they talked about, they're obviously referencing it.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
they never actually
They-
said it.
They didn't name drop.
he's dead.
I
but-
mean, it's
Nah, he's dead.
Because I don't think they want to get tangled into like Spider-Man 3 and Uncle Ben, like really defining everything with him.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, man. They brought it all the way. But they Spider-Man 1, he got shot. Then Spider-Man 3, they explained why he got shot, and that was kind of it ruined it.
Yeah.
I mean, also I kind of thought it was weird that they kind of like mixed the two kinds of like ways of Spider-Man. Like he got bit by the spider, but he also like had the web.
That's
shooters.
the traditional thing. Like the Tobey Maguire movies, that's like only in like the Ultimate Universe that he makes his own webbing. Like
Really?
like he in most things he does have web shooters. Like in the
His own
traditional.
webbing,
Yeah.
his own marshmallow fluff. I saw. What did I see? Arrival. That movie was
The
slow.
Arrival. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was.
Very slow.
It is.
I think it's gonna be hard to top.
About
something like Logan this year.
translating.
It's translating. Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of translating
Yeah.
going on.
I think Logan is the worst movie I've seen this year. King Arthur being the best.
I didn't see King Arthur.
Alien
So,
So I
Covenant's
have
up
no
there.
opinion
Yeah.
on
King
it.
Arthur.
Actually,
oh fuck! I
It
forgot
was a
about that
very
one.
good movie. Exactly.
What
Forgot
movie?
about that.
I'll be-
Alien Covenant. Forgot
Oh
about that.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about it. Whoops.
I don't know how I feel about that movie the farther away we get from it.
Which one?
Alien Covenant.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a movie.
That's
It
like
wasn't
that-
alien enough to be an alien movie,
And it wasn't Prometheus.
not alien enough to not
Sorry.
be an alien
Yeah.
movie.
It's like
It was just kind of. It was a movie. It was a thing
Yeah.
that Ridley Scott did.
One movie that stands out to me as one that I really enjoyed this year is Get Out.
I need to see
Get
it.
Out.
I really want
is
to.
fucking cool, man. I like that. It's different for a horror movie. I mean, it's not really a horror movie. It's more of like a thriller, actually. But it's pretty gripping and intense throughout, and I thoroughly fucking enjoyed that
So
movie
was
a lot.
me jerking it.
That movie might win
Thoroughly gripping it.
the award. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But for
Which
the most,
award?
for the most profitable movie of the year. That movie was made for $5 million, and it's made over 250 worldwide.
Yeah.
That's
One of
fucking
those paranormal
crazy.
activity deals.
Yeah, but that movie's phenomenal.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
It's his first time being like a
His middle
director.
name's been out.
yeah.
A dumb joke.
But,
Good
I mean,
job.
All the other ones we talked about,
It's no better than anything I've made, but
I think the Lego Batman movie is a lot of fun.
it is.
It was-
a lot of
it
fun.
was
I
good,
very
fun
much
movie.
like that one. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is good, and Pirates of the Caribbean's good. Wonder Woman's fantastic.
I saw
So-
Despicable Me 3. It was okay.
Lego Full Metal Jacket.
Saw Cars 3.
I'm fucking tired
Really?
of seeing that
Yeah.
trailer for Lego Ninjago.
Yes.
I'm fucking
I'm
tired
tired
of
of
seeing
seeing
that
that.
Seen it
because
once.
it's the same. They showed it. I think they've literally showed it in most movies that I've seen.
I'm tired of that one. I'm tired of the Valerian trailer. Even though my interest in that movie has kind of gone up. I don't know if it's because it's a result of the trailers or because of other
the only
things.
reason why I would maybe want to see that movie is just for the visual effects.
Ninjago?
that's what I was, no,
No.
Valerian.
Valerian.
Oh, Ninjago.
I was sitting there, I was like,
That's the
this
number
could be a
one
movie
movie.
that would be worth seeing in 3D. Just because of some of the way like the action sequences were shot.
There's only a few movies that have come out so far this year that I haven't seen yet that I still want to see. I still want to see Baywatch just for the fuck of it. I want to see that
Boobs,
movie
basically.
pretty much.
I want to see the
Boobs and
Mummy.
The Rock.
I want to see the Mummy
Boobs in the rock.
just to see how bad that one is.
Rock.
Yeah,
Boobs.
I want to see that movie with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. Life. Why not?
The unofficial
I like
Venom
sci-fi
prequel.
movies.
Yeah.
Based on the cereal.
Yeah, like it looks
The board
fun.
game.
The board game, yeah.
Oh, the cereal.
Board
And,
game.
and
I
I know
said cereal.
I said board game.
That's final.
I said board game too. Bitch.
I'm gonna be forced probably to watch 50 Shades Darker this year.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a
probably.
hard on?
Probably not.
Kingsman comes out
Come
this
on,
year
man.
too, I think.
Get in the spirit.
Get in the
No,
spirit.
no.
Nah, it's just
It's like you watch the Super Bowl, you eat potato chips.
I
You
don't
watch
you-
50
it's in a
Shades,
weird
you gotta get a hard
fucking
on.
spot between of like something that's actually like hot and like a porno, and it just doesn't work.
You gotta
Yeah,
confuse Woody.
Here's
Confused
Woody.
Alan?
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes. That's next week.
Yeah.
I think you should make the same deal.
Speaking
you
of
made last
Woody
time.
Allen, Planet of the Apes.
Woody Harrelson. Not
50
Woody
Shades
Allen.
Darker for the next Kingsman movie.
A confused Woody
Because that's supposed to
Harrelson.
come out this year.
That's when you can't tell if something should give you a boner or not. You call that a confused Woody Harrelson, I guess. That's a new
yeah.
thing.
Why not?
Wow.
I feel like definitely. I think the number of movies that like I was like I need to see it is less the next half of the year though. I mean,
Yeah.
not the next month. Like the next month sucks
Yeah.
because there's like a movie every single week.
I mean, obviously, we're going to see the superhero movies that are coming out this year, I think, for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, there's only two
I don't know
left.
if it's Avengers and...
It's
Justice League.
Justice-
and
No,
Thor.
Justice League and
Justice
Thor.
League and
That's what
Thor,
it is.
and then
They're gonna
there's
bring Superman back.
It's hard to fucking keep track
yeah.
anymore.
That Jumanji looks pretty bad.
It looks bad, but I might see it just for shits and giggles.
Rhinos, man.
Rhinos, hippos.
You
He's
got
getting eaten
that.
by a hippo. Jack Black is
Yeah.
a girl.
He gets eaten by a hippo.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see
I wonder
how
how did
they...
he survive that? How did he do that? Like it's
I don't know, man. How that Spider-Man fell on a building fell on Spider-Man. Spider-Man
It wasn't
fell
the
on a
entire
building.
building. It was just
The building
good
fell on
portion of it.
Spider-Man.
Good portion
He
of
lived,
the
so a hippo can eat Jack Black. He out his ass.
I just kind of want to
still
see
going
how they
strong.
interpret it from the board game and the original Jumanji to this like arcade.
Oh, they're
pack
doing,
that
like,
they've
I'm
got.
sure they don't give a fuck as long as they make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They have The Rock, they have Jack Black, they have Kevin Hart. That's all they give a shit.
And they have Karen Gillan, who is
Yeah.
Nebula.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, potentially maybe my favorite movie that I've actually seen this year. That's not a 2017 movie is Hacksaw Ridge. I fucking love that movie.
That movie was
man.
fucking. I wish we
so
would have seen it last
good.
year. Wish I would have seen it last
I
year.
know. me
That would have
too.
been movie of the year last year. Like,
Yes.
hands
Yeah.
down. Andrew Garfield is an
Kills it.
underappreciated actor.
Yes, absolutely.
Only because he's your top.
No, because he's genuinely good. Especially, like, when you watch that movie and you listen to his accent throughout the whole movie. Like, that's an interesting accent. And then they play interview clips of the actual dude, and it's like, oh, that's his actual accent. He imitated this dude's accent. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome.
I heard something about him the other day. He hates Mondays.
Do you hate Mondays?
Do I hate Monday? I'm not the biggest
It was
fan.
Do you think he
Andrew
eats chicken in a
Garfield.
bag?
Andrew
hates
Garfield.
Mondays.
Yeah, it's Monday.
He likes lasagna too.
Didn't one of the guys on the Comedy Button get blocked by the Garfield Twitter account because he kept on tweeting about him on Monday?
Yeah.
Who was it? Fuck.
Max School.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That's like one of my favorite stories from that podcast.
Yeah.
I finally watched Kubo and the Two Strings on Netflix. It didn't come out this year, but it's actually really good. I
I should watch Moana. That's on Netflix.
Moana was great.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I have a greater appreciation for The Rock as an actor, actually, after that movie.
They stick him. He can't sing, but it's okay. Give him a
And
sing.
then,
Yeah.
then watch Jumanji.
And then I'm gonna watch, yeah,
then watch Baywatch.
yeah.
Watch
Then watch
Doom.
Jumanji. Watch Doom.
That
I
movie
saw
was
Doom.
Fucking bad.
It was bad,
Dude, no.
but
it's
he's getting
not.
better as
Oh,
an
shit.
actor.
The Rock has 3 movies coming out this year.
Yeah, every
He was in
movie
Baywatch?
features The Rock.
Baywatch.
Rock is in
Oh no, he
every
was in
movie.
Fate and the Furious.
Yeah.
Baywatch
And
and
Jumanji.
He was in The Martian. All this rocks on Mars.
Oh. Did that come out this year?
no, that came out like 2 years ago.
That did not work.
No.
Fuck hell.
Alright. Let's talk about music. What's the best shit that happened this year, Keith?
I really don't know. There's been very few
Metallica.
albums that I've listened to
Metallica
that
came out
like,
this year, right?
that's last
Yes.
year,
Oh,
No.
fuck.
It was the end of last year.
November.
Yeah.
Because like I personally I haven't really listened to like a stinker of an album this year.
I've only listened to very
Chad
few
Kroger.
stinkers.
Nickelback, I mean.
I mean Steel Panther, but I only listened to like
Steel
the two good
Panther's a
songs.
stinker. I just don't like the new Suicide Silence album at all. I think that's a stinker. I think the new Oceana's a stinker. And the new Casey Strain album is good, but it is the exact same shit that they've been putting out for the last 4 albums. Like, the same fucking shit. Like, it is 11 tracks of them telling you how fucking worthless you are with droning on fucking breakdowns and just anger. And sometimes it's great, and then other
The
times
same,
it's
like,
like, oh my god.
patterns in the songs, too.
Yes.
They don't switch
I
it up.
swear they have used a pattern that's like it's like a slow breakdown. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like this. It's like I swear you use this all the time. That dun 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 dun. It's like fuck. Yeah.
Only new album I had was Royal Blood, and that album actually grew on me, but it's second half of that album is definitely much stronger than the first half.
I mean, a few real big standouts to me is one, Warbringer's amazing. Iced Earth is really good. I love the new Mastodon album a lot.
Mastodon's new album is really
I
good.
know
Yeah.
people like when we say in videos that we like that, like I've said, like I really like the new Mastodon album. People just go, I just don't get it, and I fucking love that album. I think Like, it continues what they've done the last 3 albums, but it's just better than both of them. Like, yeah, it's like what they are now. They're not going to be that Mastodon of old with, like, albums like Leviathan or Remission of this fucking just weird, angry, pissed off band. They're not that anymore, so don't expect
Well, I
it,
hope.
to be honest with you.
Galactic Empire was pretty good.
Yes.
That was a. I forgot I listened to that. I got
Galactic
that album.
Empire is really good. Which,
Creator's good. I like.
Yeah.
It's another good one.
Creator is really good. Which, speaking of Galactic Empire, Sam, do you remember the band Danger Kids that opened for the Ghost Inside Devil Wears Prada? They are opening up for Galactic Empire on their tour. What the fuck combination is that? And one, why is Danger Kids still a thing? Fucking whatever.
Man.
I'm trying to think of other albums that have happened.
Hailstorm, I think, is
Hailstorm's pretty good.
good. It's Hailstorm, you know.
Overkill was good.
Fun.
Is there anything else, Dive?
Power Trip is
Haven't listened to
tits. Power Trip just rips your fucking face off. Immolation is another album that just destroys. Let's see here. Wolfheart is really good. The new Darkest Hour and Fit for an Autopsy albums are surprisingly good. I mean, it's kind of the same stuff they've been doing, but like way more interesting. I don't know how I feel about Havoc.
Havoc's an interesting album.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
The part that still gets me when I listen to that album occasionally. It's still very on the nose.
Yeah,
with the
it's a little
lyrics.
too on
It's
the
just
nose.
like, I get it. Politics. Stop.
Kind of, we could say the same thing to Green Day at this point, because they had an album come out this year.
I like the one song, which is like their big hit.
Revolution Radio.
No, the other one.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
$5 sucky.
$5.
That would be a Steel Panther song, probably. Yeah, I know exactly where you're
I'm
Basket-
still
Basket
breathing.
Case.
Still breathing. That's the name of the
Basket
song.
Case.
Basket Case is a good song. It's
That's off their new album.
Yeah. It's Still Breathing is a pretty alright song.
American
I like
Idiot.
that song.
I think an
Garth
album,
Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
an album to me that came out this year that is way better than it almost has any rights to be is Body Count.
That
The
album,
Body
I forgot
Count
about
album
that
is
album.
fucking
that might be
killer.
my favorite album of this year.
It's
It's really good.
Fucking crazy good, and it's like it's more than just this like rap metal with attitude and all this stuff. Like there is good riffs on there. There's good songwriting. There's good everything on that album. It's fucking great.
Could it be
What's
the
one
could it
track?
be the shocker of the year?
So far to me it is.
No
Like,
Lives Matter.
No Lives Matter. This Is Why We Ride.
This Is Why We Rise.
That's
Really good.
Such a good song.
I
yeah.
I like the title track a lot.
Yeah.
Bloodlust.
Yeah.
Like songs like that. Ski Mask Way is pretty good.
The new Royal Thunder album is amazing to me. They're kind of this album reminds me of this kind of like grungy rock type of stuff. And the vocalist Melanie, I forget her last name, but she has such a fucking amazing voice, and that's an album that I constantly come back to. It gives me good feels, but it just has incredible writing to it. The new Mind Maze album's really good too.
Yeah.
That's an album
Forgot
that's
that
grown on me a lot. Dragon Force is better than other Dragon Force albums, but it's still Dragon Force.
I don't think it's ever gonna not be Dragon Force. But
No. And the new Unleash the Archers album is fucking incredible.
I haven't listened to that yet. I gotta listen to that one.
Yeah, I think you would like it because they took their sound and where they were and just took it to a whole nother level with this album. Like it's really good. And then the other two that stand out to me that are good, they're good, but they're still just because these bands are what they are at this point. The new Goat Horror is good. It's just full of riffs all over the place. And then the new Dying Fetus is excellent. Wrong one to fuck with. That's what the album's called. But I mean, it's good, but it's Dying Fetus, like, and it's a little bit too long. It's almost an hour of Dying Fetus nonstop. I'm like, if this album was 20 minutes shorter, it'd be way better than what it is. But
Epica's putting out an EP.
Yeah.
It's coming out
Excited for
next
that.
month, right? Or 2 months.
September,
2 months then.
I think. An album coming out in 2 weeks that they haven't released any tracks from, and I don't think they're going to, but I'm stoked for. Actually, I'm excited for it, but I'm more interested to see what it is. New Winter Sun.
I was
All
about
right.
to mention that because I was just looking on Spotify to see if it was out yet.
Yeah.
But-
21st of July.
Like
I'm
public?
excited.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not the Kickstarter or whatever.
Yep.
You get it for a little while.
It'll be out. I think it's almost an hour long, but it's 4 tracks.
Mm-hmm. The
That's fine.
Forest Seasons.
Yeah.
That got a track for each season of the year.
Yeah.
And it's supposedly like this epic creation. It was meant to be
Hope
like
so.
one song, supposedly, but like it's like 4 movements through one song.
Yeah. Let's
Hopefully.
hope that they also made enough money and they have their studio
Time 2.
crank
Yeah.
shit out.
Time 2 is
Get
never
some
going to be a
Time 2.
thing.
No.
Time 2 is never
Time
gonna
2
be a
is
thing.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. It's either never going to be a thing or it's going to be their last album. You know? Of like, hey, we're finally doing Time 2 20 years later. Why not?
20 years after we promised it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On the 30th anniversary of when Time 1 was, or when Time, before it got split, was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a good year, I think, in the realm of metal so far. Because there hasn't been too many duds. But it hasn't been, like, overwhelming. Like, oh my god, there's just so much stuff. Like, it's just nice and consistent.
I feel like
think
I
it'll
feel like
stay
I
that
feel like
way.
that's everything. Maybe with the exception of video games, which has kind of been like the narrative that we were pushing, which is like, yeah, we played some things,
Yeah.
but like everything else, like I've seen a lot of movies, I've listened to a lot of albums.
Alright. Because you guys have been to a couple shows this year, I've only been to one,
Uh-oh.
I think. What was your top show this year so far?
To me, it was Metallica.
I mean, it's got to be
Hands
Metallica.
down.
It has to be Metallica. What Metallica, Maiden.
Maiden was really good. I really loved seeing Deftones in Rise
Is
Against.
there another one that we go? Did we
Creator.
go? We did go see Creator.
How was
That one-
Ghost,
Ghost was good.
Ghost, I liked
It was really cool hearing the crowd sing "Hail Satan." It was great.
I want to see them in a small venue when everybody's there just for them.
Yeah.
You know? And hearing everybody say that.
Could you see them rocking the soundstage?
Oh, yeah, way more than that.
Oh, I mean, they probably have to play someplace like the Electric Factory.
Yeah. What about the new Fillmore?
Maybe.
They're actually playing in Fillmore. Actually, they did. Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Like an off date from the Maiden tour. And then, yeah, Sam and I saw Periphery. And the
Yeah, we
Contortionist,
did.
Which was
The
good.
Contortionist and Norma Jean, a couple other bands.
That was great musically. The crowd wasn't so great.
Nah, it's fucking gingers.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been to one show this year, I'm pretty sure, and that was because Epica was last fall.
Epica was last year.
Okay.
Don't worry, they're coming back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Which,
there's
What's this? What's that tour with Epica this year? It's Epica,
Epica,
Lacuna
Lacuna
Coil.
Coil, and Insomnium.
that could be
Which-
a really cool tour.
I'm hoping to go to that one. I'm hoping to go to Exodus, Obituary, and Power Trip. I really want to go to that. And then, gosh, there's one more. Oh, Between the Buried and Me and The Contortionist. Between the Buried and Me is playing Colors.
Between the
Its
band.
entirety. It may be SummerSlam. We'll see at SummerSlam. What about you, Sam? You listen to anything that you dug this year?
Northlane had a really good album this year. It was kind of a surprise album.
Didn't that just come out?
Yeah.
They did the whole Avenged Sevenfold thing.
I mean, they had a little bit of like a small announcement just leading up to it, but nothing like way out ahead of time. Really good album though. I think they really improved on their the new sound they started with their last one. What else have I listened to that's come out this year? Kendrick Lamar, a rapper, put out a pretty good album this year. I don't know. I mean,
please?
Yeah, nothing. Like their old stuff that didn't come out this year. I don't know. I can't think of anything else I've really been listening to. Zara Larsson, she's a new singer that's pretty big. It's probably going to be the next big thing, I think. She's pretty good. Calvin Harris put out a good album.
Who's that?
He's like a DJ. Who that song with Rihanna, it's like the biggest song last year. This Is What You Came For.
It's not coming to me.
It was like the biggest song in the world.
I probably
last year.
heard it.
It was Rihanna and Calvin Harris. He's done stuff with a few people, but he put out a pretty good album. Just the other day, it officially came out. I listened to a few songs. I thought that's pretty good. That's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing I can really think of.
I mean, not
The
going
Contortions,
over.
the one song they put out was good.
Yeah, I like that song a lot. I'm really looking forward to that album, seeing what they do there.
Yeah.
I mean, a few other big like metal albums that I'm
DJ
interested
Khaled
in.
put out an album. DJ Khaled.
Besides Winter Sun, we
DJ
got,
Khaled's in Winter Sun. He joined Winter Sun.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Priest?
Helveti is putting out.
They're still a band?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're
it
putting
was.
out Evocation 2, Pantheon, which is an all like folky acoustic album. They do
Okay.
these albums where they
Fucking
call
acoustic?
Evocation, and I like the first one. I've liked what they put out so far, so I'm excited.
When's that one come out?
August 18th.
I'll have to check it out.
Let's see here. Epica's EP, Septic Flesh. I'm super excited for. Arch Enemy. That's gonna be rad. And yeah, I mean those are the bigger ones that I'm stoked for. Got that new Archspire album coming out.
Oh fuck yeah!
Every
Priest.
time that song comes on, I try to figure out what the fuck he's saying.
I know.
You say Priest?
Priest is supposed to have one coming out. I don't know if it's gonna happen though.
Surprise,
Marty
Tool.
Friedman has a new album coming out.
Ah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
With the Inferno? What's his band name?
It's just Marty Friedman. Inferno was the album
Right.
he put out. So, yeah, Rings of Saturn. They're still doing crazy shit.
Still orbiting Saturn.
Yep. So yeah, that's it.
So she wrote.
That's the stuff we've liked so far this year. It's been a solid year for this stuff. There's more to come.
Yeah, be sure to watch our end of the year.
6 months from now, retroactively. Stay tuned. Don't ever leave the channel page.
Don't touch that
for
dial.
6 months.
Exactly.
And just wait.
Yeah,
Just keep hitting the refresh button.
it'll go.
Yes.
I remember when I used to watch, like back when it was still in the air, episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond. And like during the commercial, they would have people from the cast of the sitcom that would say something like, don't change the channel. And the old guy, I can't remember his name, the guy that played Frank in the show would say, don't touch the clicker. I never know what the fuck a clicker was. It's a
Clicker's the
remote control. But the old
Can't-
fucking people, I don't know who.
My
That was like
grandparents used to say
2003.
that.
Yeah,
'Cause
don't,
the buttons
don't
used to
touch
click.
that clicker. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? I didn't know what a clicker was when I was that old. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Buttons used to click. That's why they call it a clicker.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
I mean,
Yeah, it was a
that is
show.
our Lord and Savior right there.
Never really watched that show.
Fucking care, man.
No.
Yes.
Just to start into a conversation. Awkward silence, man.
Yeah.
Hit the